So I've been getting a lot of questions in my inbox about how this is going to be a multimedia event, an interactive event, and why would anybody want to bring a cell phone or their mobile devices to an actual art show? And I'm going to answer that right now. And it's kind of cool. So when I started shooting the project, a large part of each portrait is art directed by the subject themselves. And, when I started shooting it, I started realizing that the conversations I was having with the people that I was photographing were just as interesting as the photographs that we ended up making together. So, what I started to do a few years ago was actually start to, with the subject's permission, record those conversations on video. When you go to the actual exhibit to take a look at the portraits, you're going to notice that the portraits are going to be presented on easels, and also attached on the easel is going to be a little 4x6 card, just like this one. And it's going to have the artist's name, what they play, or what they use to make their music. And it's going to have this thing here, it's called a QR code. What you're going to want to do is bring your cell phone or your tablet or any type of mobile device that can access the internet and read a QR code with you. And the reason being is you can scan that code and it will take you to a link online where you're going to be able to see the subject of that portrait talk about why that portrait was made the way it was and tell their story about their connection with music and where they go when they lose themselves on your own mobile device. You also may want to bring a pair of headphones, just saying, because it might get a little noisy and you'll want to hear what's going on. In order to read a QR code, a lot of devices will need an app that allows that device to use its camera to read that code. You can get a ton of free QR code reader apps online for iPhones, Androids, tablets. It's really cool. Now, don't worry about using your data because we've worked with NASCAD to provide free Wi-Fi at the actual event. And the username and password is going to be available to you there at the event. Now, the cool thing about the QR codes is you can not only get to view the actual portrait, but you can see the subject of that portrait explain that portrait to you. And when you leave, that link is saved in your phone, so you kind of leave with a little bit of the exhibit with you.